Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you guys watch this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm stoked you're here. Today, I'm going to real quickly try to swap the bearings out in my Kubey Royal. I think this is what some Kubeys use, the 5mm, but we're not sure if they're going to be right. So we'll take these out, check them in our bearing cheat sheet, and hopefully do a bearing swap. Nothing else, we'll do a breakdown. But guys, real quick, first I want to thank the channel members. Thank you all so much. And I want to thank anybody who takes the time to come in and watch my knife, EDC, disassembly, unboxings. I appreciate all of you. And if you haven't had a chance yet, and if I could convince you, if you'd hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon, it would really help me and the channel out. So what I'm going to do is get into this Colin Mason Pierre CM Designs, i.e. half of Devo knives, Royal that I picked up about a couple of weeks ago. And I've not broken it down before. So hopefully I will not have to add a thumbnail with the struggle bus. And the reason I've got my bit, my finger bit, is because these backside of that screw is trying to move. Now my pivot's captive, it looks like. Let's see what we got here. I'm using my Get Good screwdriver that I really dig. Get Good Screw hooked me up with that, and I am super appreciative. And then I've got some Weehaw bits. Let's see what we got here, guys. Right, we got our bearings facing blade, or bearing side into the blade. Those are the bearings that came out. They're stamped. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 balls. And then you can see the track on that side that was facing the scale if we have to put those back in. Let's see what these are. Let's see if these are 5mm, 1/16. All right, 1/16. All right, 3/16. They don't slide through. 1/16 they do, so that tells me that the 1/16's right. There's our pivot. 3/16. Nope, our pivot is 5mm. So we've got the right size bearing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this apart. It looks like there's some crap in the pivot. I'll put a little alcohol that I've got right here on my little KPL swabber here. Oh, clean whatever that crap was in there just because it was bothering me. All right. Now I'm going to take that bearing out. Take our pivot out, which is captive. See how that's done right there. And then we're going to clean this up. But first, I'm going to get these washers out. And to do that, I'm going to need, just getting a little alcohol on a wiper here, guys. I'm going to take the magnet of my, I didn't think it was going to be strong. Yep, it got it. All right. Of my Dapper Ion. Whoop. Does look like it's a little smutsy, so I'm going to clean it up before I put the skiffs on it. I'm going to lube it up when we skiff it up. It's very dirty, but that is okay. So let's clean up our detent ball. Clean out where our pivot, our washer is going to go. All right, guys, so now I'm going to take this side out like that. This side out like that. And then I'm going to get my pivot where it's captive there. Alright, so I've got that in there. Now I'm going to break out my skiffs. Probably ought to get my KPL over here, my original, and my heavy. So these are 5mm 1/16 11 ball. So just to see those beside, you'll notice you've got, again, more balls, more contact on that surface area, and you've got a phosphorus bronze solid washer as opposed to this track. So what I'm going to do first is take a drop of KPL. Smidge on our washer and on our pivot. Then I'm going to put a little bit on my finger and put it on the bearing and rub that in to the bearing. Drop that on there. I'm going to take my blade, put it down. I'm going to get some KPL heavy, and I'm going to put a drop right there. My detent ball. And then I'm going to get a little spritz there, there. A little bit on my bearing, get it good and lubed up. The lanyard tube thing fell out. Alright, that's going to be one more thing that I'm going to have to line up, kind of a pain. Oh, darn it, I was in good position and my washer came out. Alright, let's back it up. Let's go ahead and take our stop pin and move it over. Take our washer and lay it on top of our bearing sandwich. And then go home that way. Alright. Get our pivot in. T8s all the way around. Alright, let's put our body screw. I am going to want to get our mill clip and our clip screw, which is a longer screw. I tried to keep that all together. Fall into the slot. Alright guys, so let's see what we got here. We are nowhere near center, so we got an issue. Let's see what we got. Okay, we just need to be tighter. Centered, dead nuts. Whoops. Alright guys, so we are now centered up, lubed up, freshly lubed up, and we have gotten a successful bearing swap disassembly reassembly on our Kubey Titanium Royal. I had a G10 Royal before this Royal, and it did have the same size bearings, so those bearings have not changed size. It's the 5mm 1/16 from Skiff. I will link Skiff bearings down in the description, and I'll also put a link to the compatibility chart, which I find really helpful if you're looking for knives that have been skiffed up before and what size bearings they use. And then remember, I do have a code. It's just a you guys code. It's not really an affiliate code, but it does save you 10% if you at checkout put in Juhvon10, Juhvon 10. Save you 10% on your bearing order, guys. And of course, they've got the Skiff bearings. They've got these little finger drivers in either aluminum, magnetic, or in plastic, 3D printed. And I really think this is a great investment if you're going to be swapping out bearings. This is their Skiff cheat sheet, which basically you saw how I used it, but you can go through and you can size your pivot and the bearing height that you've got. And then if you need to, you can mic the outside diameter, but you don't really need to do that. You can get fine bearings that'll fit pretty much any knife you have, guys. So that was a Skiff upgrade on the Kubey Royal. It'll break in once these skiffs get good and lubed up. So I'll flip it for the rest of the evening, and stoked that y'all checked it out, guys. I appreciate you, each of you. All I ask is please look out for that guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.